In this video, we're going to expose the truth and help you avoid falling victim to the scam that's happening online from unauthorized sources reselling the Plantronics CS540 on popular third-party websites. What's happening is unauthorized sellers are going to the European market and finding closeout sales where they can buy the CS540s in bulk for pennies on the dollar. Then what they're doing is they're flipping it over on the US and Canada marketplace on websites like Amazon, Newegg, Walmart, and many others. And the reason you're being scammed is because these unauthorized sellers are sending you a European version that's not meant to work well in the US. What you should be getting is the C054 instead of the C054A. You literally wouldn't know the difference when you look at them side by side. I'll show you a quick behind the scenes with one example of a consumer in the US contacting us for help who ordered the CS540 thinking they're gonna get the US version, and instead they get the European version. And this is a prime example of what happens. As you can see, this customer visits our website saying their microphone isn't working. We uncovered that they have the Plantronics C054A. Now the follow-up to that is, are you in the US? Of course they're in the US. So this is where all the problems happen. And as we keep scrolling down here, of course their boss purchased it for them. So at this point, now the customer has to go to their boss saying that they have this European version, although it's no fault of their own. They just bought online for a product that is advertised for the US, which is what you should receive. This is only one example. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of these same messages, which is what prompted us to make this video to join the fight on stopping these scammers. If you were to look at the C054 and C054A side by side, you wouldn't notice any difference because they're physically exactly the same. The only way that you'll know the difference is if you look on the inside of the headset or on the bottom of the charging base for the model number. For the US and Canada, your headset and charging base should say C054 or CS540. If yours says CS540A or C054A, then you received the European version, and I'd recommend that you return that as quickly as possible if you just ordered it. For some people, the headset works just fine and you have no idea that you have the European version until it stops working well before it should. But for most others, the headset either doesn't work out of the box, or of course, shortly after the return period, the headset stops working, and then you're stuck with it. The example I showed earlier is just one case of what can go wrong, but there's many other issues like having a giant echo, the headset just no longer turning on, and a variety of other issues. The other problem is the US and European version use two different batteries. So if you have the US version, the C054, you'll see it has two wires here on the battery. If you have the European version, the C054A, you'll see it has three wires. So if you order the CS540 online and you end up getting the European version, it can be extremely frustrating because if the headset stays working that long by the time you need a new battery, well, once you order a new battery, it'll be frustrating because it won't connect. Also, if you have a mix of C054As and C054s, they aren't cross-compatible with each other, meaning you can't take a C054 headset and place it in a C054A charging base for the two to work together. Oh, and when you do have a defective headset and you go to contact the manufacturer for a warranty replacement, most likely they're gonna tell you that it's not covered because it's a European version and the headset was ordered from an unauthorized reseller. The issue with large online retailers that have third-party sellers is they can't regulate everyone. The only way that they'll investigate is if there's enough complaints by customers. So if this happened to you and you want to join the fight to prevent these scammers, the best thing you can do is report them on the platform that you ordered from. Unfortunately, this is a sad reality of not only this brand and model, but also competing brands, which isn't in the best interest of consumers. So I'd always recommend that you order from an authorized reseller to get a genuine product, troubleshooting assistance, and a warranty that's honored. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, give it a like, drop us a comment if you have any questions or thoughts, and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more videos like this in the future.